So a few days ago, we took a look at Wild Hearts. It looked pretty cool, and it was good to see other developers have a crack at the monster hunting genre. If you are out the loop, Wild Hearts is a brand new monster hunting game that is coming out, developed by Koei Tecmo. They are the team responsible for the Dynasty Warriors game and also the Samurai Warriors game. It's also being published by EA as an EA original title. I did my first initial thoughts on the game and information that we knew a couple of days ago, but we got some gameplay. I wanted to run through it, and I wanted to go over, give you guys a brief recap of what the information is, and just talk about the gameplay, because I think it was pretty damn cool. Wild Hearts will focus on finding and defeating, you guessed it, monsters. But the selling point of the game is that it's in feudal Japan, and you're not going to be taking on any old monsters. You're going to be fighting the kimono. Now, the kimono have gone through a unique evolution in the world around us. Maybe it's magic, maybe it's something different, but they have been able to fuse with the environment, allowing them to wield power of their surroundings. For example, there's a wolf that has ice-related powers. That's obviously got them from being out in the snow. There's a monster called the King Tusk. That is a giant pig that obviously has some things to do with ground attacks or the earth. We've got to see a huge monkey. We also got to see a flying creature as well. So yeah, there's a lot of cool, unique creatures here that they can expand upon, maybe in future updates. This is just me speculating. It's what we know right now. You will hunt these kimono utilizing a technology from the time and kind of a gameplay mechanic called the karukuri, which will allow you to build different structures and use it as a tool either for traversal or when you are in combat. So you'll be able to use things such as a spring-loaded trap or a helicopter type thing to fly around, to glide around. So yeah, there's lots of different uses, and we will get to talk about that a little bit more in detail in the gameplay trailer. With that brief recap out of the way though, let's dive into the brand new gameplay, because it was released a few days ago, so let's jump in. The gameplay reveal was roughly 7 minutes long, and it showcased a hunt that will be going up against the King Tusk, which is the big boar boy that we got to see in a couple of the other reveal trailers and the promo art. We get to see a few different uses of the karukuri to traverse the map. For example, a helicopter to float down, and then we use a zip line in order to get to where the Tusk is located. I like the fact that it isn't just a combat feature. I do like the fact that it's an integral part of the game that can be used in a variety of different manners, and it was good to see here. During the fight, we got to see a variety of different attacks from our player character. What I like about the use of the karukuri system is that we can use it as an engaging tool rather than, just a simple traversal thing or a trap. It can be used to get different angles on the kimono. The karukuri system looks to be pretty cool because it is going to be a creative use of the player's skill in order to engage, or how they use it for movement, or how they lure the monsters in. Another note from the gameplay: during the hunt, the player character is killed, and then we restart into another section, and we kill some lower level creatures to give yourself ingredients such as cubed meat, dragon crest stones, and I'm sure there's going to be a variety of other resources in the game. After this, we get a glimpse of the co-op gameplay and how to track. So at this point, we get to see the second character who has this umbrella on her back, and it's really cool. It seems like it's a unique looking weapon. During the second fight, we do actually get to see the second character use the umbrella weapon. For a few new uses of the karukuri, a really cool looking spring-loaded hammer that looks really awesome, and it winds up for a lot of damage, it seems. Another really cool looking thing as well is that the karukuri was used as a reinforced wall to be able to stun the King Tusk and also do big damage. Attacks from the player character with the umbrella does this super special move, and it also knocks off the Tusk, so it means that you can break parts off the certain kimono, which will allow you to get, obviously, crafting parts most likely later on in the game, and just, the general Monster Hunter loot. Further diving deeper into the gameplay, a third player joins the fray, and we get to see the King Tusk become enraged, glowing bright red Also, the third player summons a time bomb Karakuri, which he then sets off and causes with massive damage, especially with the weapons. It's like he starts off with these two knives, which I believe are like tantos, and then makes them into like a huge shuriken type thing. So I don't know what the name of that weapon is. You'll have to let me know. But upon defeating the big old boy, you're most likely going to be able to craft better gear for future hunts, get the loot from it as well. But that's the extent of the gameplay trailer. It was a great showcase, I'm not going to lie. Of all the games that I've seen in an early build at this present moment in time, this seems pretty damn good. It seems like they've locked into the game mechanics, and they've also locked into how the systems are going to work. We haven't seen all of the monsters that we're going to be fighting, so hopefully we'll get to see more gameplay of that closer to the launch. I think this game has a lot to offer, though. It's got a variety of different monsters. It's probably going to have a really cool setting with it being in feudal Japan. I really want to see what different weapon types there are and the character customization, because that'll always be fun. And a new spin on the genre is always pretty neat. My only concern will be how it fares on launch, because if it isn't perfected or it's lacking in certain areas, it will be heavily scrutinized by Monster Hunter fans and probably many people because it's attached to EA. I personally think that feudal Japan is a great setting for the game, and there's plenty of myths and legends that they can pull on for different content, different weapons, structures, etc. And could potentially, if it's successful, have a good future ahead of it. We've yet to see a progression system though, and how the crafting system is, because that's going to be the really key area of the Monster Hunter games that people engage with a lot, from what I've heard. And there's only been like 3 weapons that we've seen shown off, and that's the katana blade that looked awesome, the umbrella, and then obviously the shuriken like tanto knife type thing that third player had. Wild Hearts has a lot going for it right now though. In the current market, there's only really the Monster Hunter series to kind of go off. I remember the Lost Planet series was very good way back when it was more like of a sci-fi boss fighting type game, and there wasn't too much with the crafting elements, but I would like to see something in that sci-fi genre, even though we've got this right here. And a lot of the EA originals, even though EA is attached to this, Unravel did pretty well, A Way Out did very well, and I think It Takes Two also won Game of the Year last year as well. So that's pretty incredible, and that's a lot to go down to the different studios. So as long as EA's kind of hands are off this and it's just down to the studios and how they're going to develop the game, then I think we might be on for a pretty decent game. I know people had those concerns in the previous video that I did, but let me know what you think down in the comment section. As always, I'd love to have a discussion. Like the video, subscribe, press that big old red subscribe button down there and turn on the notification bell. Check out all the links. And as always, thanks for watching my face. This has been Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.